This is Mark Walsh live from a sushi restaurant in Moscow. So, English, Irish dude in Moscow in a sushi restaurant, as you do. So, excuse the cheesy background music, and this video will end when my food arrives. So this video is about accepting your culture, embracing your culture actually, not just accepting it. So we come from somewhere that might be complex. You know, I have Irish family, but I'm English. You might be half Japanese, half Korean, and a quarter of Spanish, whatever. Yeah, but we have a culture. And at first we're in that culture, we're blind to that culture, and we're a victim essentially of that culture. It has us, we don't have it. Then what happens if we're traveling, if we're doing spiritual work, if we're confronting other cultures, maybe doing Aikido, for example, is one of mine, doing Japanese culture, we then often reject parts of our culture. Sometimes people throw the baby out of the bathwater and reject all of it, actually end up hating their own culture. Fuck being British, it's awful, British people are so uptight, I don't want to be British. I went through that stage, and it is, I think, a stage that people can go through where they really criticise their own culture. The problem with that is there's actually self-hatred in that, because it is part of us. Also, the exotic keep things at a distance. So yes, it can look great to have Japanese stuff is cool. The Russians like it. I liked it in Aikido. I get it, and it's very cool to be here with these sort of Japanese-looking salt cellars, which I don't think Japanese people have at all. And thank you. And it's only when we embrace our own culture, where we come from, that I think we really get to the heart of whatever we're doing, whether it's meditation, spiritual work, Aikido. I remember the first time I did Aikido just in normal clothes, because I'd forgotten my Aikido clothes. It actually felt weird, and I was less good at Aikido, right? But it also, it went deeper. It went deeper that very day. It was only when it stopped being weird, putting those clothes on, that I lost the exoticism, I lost the romance, in a way, that kind of marriage deepened. So there's something about coming back to our own culture, embracing our own culture. There's lots of ways to do that. Oh, look, a Coca-Cola. That's not very spiritual, is it? Western culture. There we go. Yeah. So, random thoughts on embracing one's own culture, moving away from that kind of self-hatred that I see, moving through, perhaps not away from the exoticism that can hold things at arm's length. So, my food's going to arrive pretty soon, so I'm going to wrap this up.